Yo, me and Lucifer fought so hard for this world that we fought for every woman, child, boy, and girl to live a life up to the United States expectation. All I try to bring is love, sanity, and verification that this land will be safe through our homeland and security. And you know what? Donald Trump's not that bad. All this hypocrisy needs to stop because he's calling shots accordingly to the world's industry following world laws, and we're trying to fight for world peace. I met Lucifer today for the first time because we've been separated ever since I was a youngin', before I ever got designed. So I got my sign. I'm adorned as Damien. He claimed me as a son because I was always fatherless. I used to call my best friends my parents, trying to grow up as a teenager. My dad died when I was 12. I started working for myself when I was 14, working at Winn-Dixie. Then I started using drugs. I started drinking alcohol when I was 13 years old, dog. Just drinking screwdrivers with my friend Oliver. And then when I was 16, I started to street box. I know this ain't really entertaining, but look, I ain't asking to be famous. I'm just talking to my friends. I never really had much of a parent because my mom always beat me, slapped me around, and choked me to death because she was on alcohol, Xanax, and Vicodins. I rose myself, and I never listened to school education. I was a flunky, but my common sense is every thought that I've ever processed is the education that led me up to the success that I am today, motherfuckers. And I'm a chapter leader, a warlock, a Satanist, a necromancer, and the son of Lucifer. I earned my entitlement, and I scare the shit out of everyone for the authority I bring. I call it ISIS. The media won't admit it because it's documentally in silence because of world threats. And I found out the project about 9/11. It was in Albany, New York, where Muslims have a worship center that pays $900,000 a year to speak the word of Allah. And I like President Bush. I read codes when I went to the hospital because I'm a mentalist. I know every volume of chemical, a pill before I take it, if you've ever seen me hospitalized at Aventura. But you know what, man? I know every chemical that I take and I control it because I've been through so much shit that you can call me a fillet and an Easter egg, getting burnt like a yolk, getting choked up, drinking sulfur, switching in and out of my body from me being human, from me living me as my soul, then me leaving Earth because everyone wants to kill me because of the things that I've done for Lucifer. But I'm an old school brother. I kicked the 90s jam. I was there when Tupac resurrected. Damn, that shit was tight. And I want to sign with Eminem or Vinny Pez. I want them to freestyle battle each other because I think that they're both fucking ill. But I try to make a peace treaty. This ain't on media TV. It ain't on CNN or NBC. But you know what? I'm a poetic writer. I'm not a freestyler. I'm just letting y'all know that I went through a lot of persecution to get to where I am today. And Let me see how that sounds.